Have you ever thought of Oregon when picturing world-class wines?
Hello and welcome to Toast to Wine, where wine knowledge meets everyday simplicity. My name is Tony.
Oregon is quietly producing some of the best Pinot Noirs on the planet, along with over 100 other exciting varieties. In this video, we'll explore Oregon's wine country, from its famous Willamette Valley to other standout regions. And I'll share wines and producers that make Oregon truly unique. And don't go anywhere, because near the end, I'll reveal a bonus tip about one innovative Oregon wine style you might not even know exists. When people think of American wine, most would probably think of California, Napa Valley with its bold Cabernets, or Sonoma with its diverse microclimates. Over the last few decades, Oregon has quietly risen to international recognition, not by chasing trends or flooding the market with mass-produced wines, but by leaning into its strengths, consisting of precision, character, and authenticity. And yet, many beginners and casual wine drinkers still don't know much about what Oregon has to offer. In fact, it was just a few years ago that I was introduced to this exciting region. Have you ever tried an Oregon wine before? If so, which one? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. The best way to understand Oregon wine is to start with the Willamette Valley. Picture a stretch of rolling hills and vineyards that extends more than 150 miles south from Portland. This isn't just a pretty valley, it's the epicenter of Oregon's wine story, with more than 700 wineries calling it home. The Willamette Valley is most famous for Pinot Noir, and for good reason. The cool climate, similar to Burgundy in France, provides the perfect environment for this notoriously finicky grape. Pinot Noir doesn't like extremes. It thrives in places where warm days and cool nights allow it to slowly ripen, developing elegance and balance. Oregon's long growing season and diverse soils give Pinot Noir exactly what it needs, producing wines that are fragrant, nuanced, and layered with flavor. But what truly makes the Willamette Valley special is its diversity within diversity. Inside the valley are 10 smaller or nested AVAs. Each of these subregions has its own microclimate, soil type, and personality, and together they make Oregon Pinot Noir one of the most fascinating categories to explore. Take the Chehalem Mountains, for instance. The wines from here often lean into bright red fruits, like strawberries and raspberries, with a refreshing lift of acidity that makes them lively and approachable. Travel a bit further and you'll find the Eloa Amity Hills. The winds that blow in from the Van Duzer corridor cool the vineyards dramatically, producing wines with structure, tension, and the ability to age gracefully. Then there's Yamhill Carlton, where ancient marine sediments in the soils create wines that are darker, richer, and perfumed with floral aromatics. Imagine opening 3 bottles of Pinot Noir, each from one of these AVAs, and realizing that while they're all Pinot, each tells a completely different story. That's the magic of Oregon wine. Of course, Pinot Noir is Oregon's headline act, but stopping there would be like going to Broadway and only seeing one show. Oregon has so much to offer. Over 100 grape varieties are grown across the state, each with its own distinctive character. Pinot Gris, for example, is almost as much of a signature here as Pinot Noir. Instead of the neutral, easy-drinking styles you might find elsewhere, Oregon Pinot Gris often bursts with personality. Think ripe pear, crisp apple, and sometimes a hint of spice. It's a white wine that feels both refreshing and substantial, making it perfect for everything from a sunny afternoon sip to pairing with grilled salmon. Chardonnay also shines in Oregon, though it often doesn't get the same attention as Pinot Noir. What makes Oregon Chardonnay special is how it bridges the gap between the rich, buttery styles of California and the lean, mineral-driven wines of Burgundy. Here, Chardonnay often shows orchard fruit flavors, lively acidity, and just enough oak influence to add depth without overwhelming the fruit. Riesling is another gem, bright, zippy, and full of citrus and floral notes. For those who enjoy a touch of sweetness balanced by high acidity, Oregon Riesling can be a revelation. And if your palate leans toward bold reds, don't overlook Syrah. In southern regions like Rogue Valley, Syrah shows dark fruit, pepper, and smoky notes that rival some of the great Syrahs from the northern Rhone. Tempranillo and Malbec are also thriving in the warmer valleys, proving Oregon's diversity is much broader than most people realize. If you could only choose one, are you Team Pinot Noir or Team Chardonnay? While the Willamette Valley may be Oregon's crown jewel, the state's wine story doesn't end there. Head east, south, or even closer to the Columbia River, and you'll find more regions carving out their identities. The Columbia Gorge is often described as a world of wine in 40 miles. This AVA straddles Oregon and Washington along the Columbia River and offers an incredible range of climates. On the cooler western side, you'll find Riesling, Chardonnay, and Pinot Noir. Move eastward just a short distance, and the warmer climate allows Syrah, Cabernet Sauvignon, and other robust reds to thrive. It's a striking example of how geography shapes wine styles. Further south lies the Umpqua Valley, which sits at a crossroads between cool and warm climates. Here, you'll find a little bit of everything: delicate Pinot Noir, aromatic whites, and powerful reds like Tempranillo. The valley's diverse geography, rivers, hills, and varying elevations creates microclimates that make experimentation possible, and winemakers take full advantage. Then there's the Rogue Valley in southern Oregon, which has been turning heads with Syrah, Tempranillo, and Malbec. The longer growing season and warmer temperatures give the wines structure and richness, while still maintaining the balance that defines Oregon's overall style. And we can't forget Walla Walla Valley, shared with Washington State. Although often associated with Washington wines, the Oregon side contributes significantly, especially with age-worthy reds that have put the area on the international wine map. Each of these regions adds another layer to Oregon's identity, proving that this state is not defined by Pinot Noir alone. It's a patchwork of terroirs that together create something extraordinary. Oregon's wine reputation isn't just about terroir, it's also about the people. The state has attracted both multi-generation families and bold newcomers, all of whom are committed to quality over quantity. Take Argyle, for instance. While many associate Oregon with still wines, Argyle has become a leader in sparkling production. Their rosé of Pinot Noir is a perfect example, bursting with fresh fruit flavors, elegant bubbles, and a sense of celebration in every glass. Then there's Domaine Drouhin, a French producer that saw the potential of Oregon decades ago and established a foothold in the Dundee Hills. Their Pinot Noir, particularly the Lauren bottling, blends floral elegance with spice and depth, embodying both French tradition and Oregon innovation. Domaine Serene is another name you'll hear often, producing wines that are both expressive and collectible. Their Jerusalem Hill Vineyard Pinot Noir, with notes of mushrooms and black raspberries, feels like a journey through the forest floor. Evening Land, sourcing from the Seven Springs Vineyard, brings vibrancy and energy to their Pinots. Grand Moraine offers Méthode Traditionnelle sparkling wines, including a Blanc de Blancs that shows richness and freshness. Raptor Ridge has championed rarer grapes like Auxerrois, offering crisp, briny whites that intrigue adventurous drinkers. Soder Vineyards is known for silky, age-worthy Pinot Noirs from Mineral Springs Ranch. Stag Hollow delivers savory, food-friendly wines that shine at the dinner table. Lang Estate has long been respected for Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, though they also craft standout Pinot Gris with character. Each of these wineries contributes a chapter to Oregon's ongoing wine story. Now for the bonus tip I promised earlier. While Oregon has earned its reputation on Pinot Noir and other classics, some of its most exciting wines are the ones that break the mold. A growing niche of winemakers are producing orange wines, made by fermenting white grapes with their skins, much like red wines. These wines bring tannin, texture, and unexpected flavors that challenge what many expect from white wine. And then there are sparkling Pinot Noir rosé bubbles, playful yet elegant wines that show just how creative Oregon winemakers can be. These innovative styles are proof that Oregon is not just keeping up with global trends, it's setting some of them. So why should any of this matter to you as a wine beginner or enthusiast? Oregon wines strike an incredible balance. They're world-class in quality, approachable in price compared to some of the bigger regions, and diverse enough to offer something for every palate. They also carry a sense of authenticity. You get the feeling that every bottle is crafted with care, not churned out for volume. Exploring Oregon is like opening a treasure chest where each bottle reveals a new surprise. If you had the chance to visit Oregon wine country, which region would you want to explore first? Oregon may have started its journey with Pinot Noir, but today it embraces so much more. Over 100 grape varieties, 10 distinct AVAs in the Willamette Valley alone, and a spirit of innovation that keeps pushing boundaries. From sparkling wines to orange wines, from Riesling to Syrah, Oregon offers a spectrum that invites beginners and experts alike to keep exploring.
If this video made you feel more confident about wine, give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Toast to Wine for more beginner-friendly wine tips and guides. Click on one of these videos right now to continue your journey. Toast to Wine.